Hi, Ellen. You're muted.
I have not yet received any emails from you on the documents for tonight.
I just got, and of course I was in a panic and didn't send them to your right address.
Okay.
My fault. Okay, we go in here and quickly forward them. So I sent the letter, the form, and the capital plan.
Okay. Then it should be coming across, maybe. Who knows?
Close.
Oh,
I'm gonna get them set up to put on screen.
oh, good. Okay, come on, come to me.
Loading. Where to go?
After all, it's gonna go up the street. It's not like in the, next door. Come on,
Right.
hurry up.
Okay. Ellen. Okay, come on. Send. Oops, there were two different emails. This is the letter that you're getting first.
And what is the letter?
That the the capital rights and
Okay.
sent out to,
Okay. I know. Yeah.
yeah,
Been there, done that. Come on, hurry up, you
that's what
silly thing.
that Bob might want to change it.
Why?
I don't know. You said that not to send it out because you wanted to review it with everybody.
I didn't. He did probably. I have
That's
no
what you
need to.
said. You said that Bob would probably want to review it. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because
Oh,
usually I
yeah.
just put it in everybody's
I
boxes.
know. To me, that's logical, but well, give him a chance to. Come on, hurry up. Nothing's coming across because I've got my email open. Wonder if I were to shut. Oh, but if I were to shut it, then I've got to get it
Yeah,
back up
maybe if
again.
you just refresh it, it might help.
Yeah, refreshing it. How? Hit that maybe. Whoops. Now I've lost you. Ah, there you are. There's everything. Okay. Just
Did,
a second. Let me print them out and then I can get rid of this one and hopefully get you back. Oh, you can hear me?
yeah,
Okay. I just want to make sure I was still on because
yeah.
you're okay. Come on. Yeah. Okay, there.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
there's the letter. Okay. Okay. And where's my quick print? There it is. Okay. Come on, be good. There we are. Come on, print. There we go. Very good. That takes care of that one. And then we have another one here. That's this one, documents.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I know.
and then the
That's
four
the
page,
two of them. Here's the first one.
one page
Okay.
form, and then the plan.
Yeah. And that's quick
Mm.
print. Get rid of that one. Go to this one.
Now I'm freaking out. Why is this folder?
Plan. Okay. Here's that. Oy, 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 oy. And how in the heck am I going to print that?
Oh,
Oy.
just,
Go ahead.
just if you, I had it all set up. So if you just move ahead and print, it should print
Oh,
on pages.
okay.
It should
Let's
be
see.
fine.
Enable printing. Ah, yes. Good.
Well, I'm
And
out because I
print
opened.
there. Okay. Very hopefully. I'll see how they all come out. Let me reach over. Letter looks fine. Venture capital, future capital requests look fine. Capital submission, okay, and the form. Oy. Yes, which is mega pages. Okay, great. Now I can get rid of this and I can get rid of this. And uh-oh, wait a minute. I can now, how in the world do I get back a picture again? Because okay, maybe that there we are. Yeah, I'm all set.
Great. I can see
That's
you.
yeah, and I can see you and I can hear you.
Print it out,
So
but yeah, and everybody should be here momentarily. Here they
I would
come.
hope so.
Oh, you
Okay.
know what? I think they were here tonight. Didn't see him. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's AJ and Michael. Very good.
Hi, and
Hello,
Mike.
gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How about you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
And we know that Jen couldn't be here tonight, but I couldn't find a night where everybody could be here.
We're expecting Bob though, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Seems like he knows about the meeting.
I'm gonna just email him now unless you already did that.
What are you gonna do?
I was gonna email Bob now unless somebody else jumped on it.
Here, I'll call if we don't hear from him in another minute.
All right.
I think, yeah, I know his number.
I'm sure you do.
Michael, how are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Oh, good.
Were you ill?
No, Rita sounds terrible. I was afraid.
Oh.
Rita's got something going on. I don't know what, but
Uh-oh.
so far,
But you haven't caught it.
so far,
Knock on wood.
yeah,
Well, hopefully you don't. And hopefully she gets better.
yeah.
Soon. Yeah, we had COVID going around for a while. But it seems to be settling down, at least in town hall. Hopefully that's not what Rita has.
No, I don't think it's,
Is it the respiratory thing?
she's congested and tired.
Uh,
So still possible. It's just allergies and fatigue, but
yeah.
you treat them both the same way.
Sleep.
Yeah.
But the allergies, if you don't know what you're allergic to, I mean, that's
Yeah.
not nice
Always
because then
something.
yeah, well, yeah. That's the problem. Too
Yeah.
much something. We live in an area that tends to be prone for allergies of
Yeah.
all kinds.
Yeah. I mean, I just take my Zyrtec every day and hope for the best, but
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm already. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Okay. I know. All right. We're still waiting on it. Okay. Thanks. Bye. So he's trying to launch Zoom on his computer and he's repeatedly crashing. And once he gives up on that, he's going to try his iPad that hopefully will work.
If it isn't one machine, it's another.
Oh, man. That's the truth. So I guess you give him to 540. I mean, worst case, he can come into town hall. I don't know what else to do.
I know he's had to occasionally use his iPad for FinCom, so I'm sure one way or the other he'll be able to join.
Yeah, I think he should be here by 5:40.
Depends on how many more times he wants to try the computer.
It didn't seem like I could do anything over the phone.
No, probably not.
Did everybody get the letter and the form?
Yep.
I guess I'll bring, which one should we do first? I'll bring one up on screen.
Well, you probably ought to start at the beginning with the letter, I guess. I mean, that's the logical place to start.
Okay. That big enough for everybody to read it?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, we never gave Michael credit for being the secretary?
That's okay.
Michael, you're a very good secretary.
If anybody else wants to do it, just speak right up.
Nope.
Let's see now. Jen is not here, right? So can't we vote her in?
Well, you could nominate her.
The only problem with that, and I mean this seriously,
Well,
is
Bob,
since she is new,
Yeah, I'm
she really
kidding.
needs some time to get used to it before she takes on anything else. I
Well,
know
we
as
could
being
vote Bob in right
secretary.
now before he gets all the way signed in, couldn't we?
Yeah. You can nominate Bob right now.
Yeah.
I missed my first ever FinCom meeting, and I got selected as no, wait, was it that year? No, I guess it was the next year I got selected as secretary.
Chair. That's the problem of missing a meeting.
Yeah.
It happened to me too, AJ.
Yeah.
I know I got chosen for something at that meeting. Maybe it was actually to be part of capital planning. I can't remember.
Well,
Oh, we're very glad you are part of capital planning.
Rita once missed a town meeting and got elected to the school board, so.
I don't think that can happen anymore. You have to.
Well, unless she's written in.
She was written in.
That's right. That's still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody was running.
Nobody was running.
We've had that happen a couple of times with school committee.
Yeah.
Was it a couple of years ago we had it happen?
Wow, that's amazing.
Mm-mm.
That's not an insignificant commitment to just basically.
Well, that's, I think, why people don't want to run for it.
Right.
It's a huge commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to have it, well, select board too, I think it's happened. Bob is there, but we can't see or hear him.
I don't remember a select board ever having a write-in that won, unless it was way, way back. Like way, 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 way back.
1, 2. Yeah, because we should hold this meeting, but we can't. We see him, but we don't hear him.
Right. Well, we've got a quorum. Got 3. But we have to allow him to try to get in. Maybe this is a computer disaster.
Well, I think he's there.
Yeah. But and even if he doesn't have a picture, he still should have a voice.
Oh, he's coming again.
Oh, good. Okay, here, let's see, connecting to audio.
Hi, Kathy.
Uh-huh.
I think we
Maybe.
see your name, but nothing ever happened. Okay. Okay, we don't. There you are.
He's there.
Wonderful.
Good, you're there. Oh, he's muted though.
Yeah,
Oh,
There.
I was hearing his voice over the phone. That's why I didn't know.
No, he's here. And he's not
Okay.
muted.
sorry for the delay, guys. I don't know what happened.
That's okay, it happens.
It's a glitch.
Yes, the traditional computer glitch.
Right.
Or the gremlin. It's the gremlin.
So the first order of business, they had a vote and made you secretary, Bob.
Me? Are you kidding me?
Yes,
Look, you know what my
Yes, we
computer
are.
skills are. You've already
I am kidding you, Bob.
good.
Uh,
I really like what job Michael's doing. So I don't know that's my opinion.
all those in favor? Aye, yes. All right.
It's Marco.
Well, there's one off the list.
Are we silent for a reason, or is that another glitch?
We're just wait. It's a glitch. It's we're just waiting to see if somebody's either nominates themselves or someone else for chair.
I'll stay on his chair if you want.
All those in favor? Yes. I'll nominate Ellen. Somebody wants to second it.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye.
Groves, I.
Cashew eye.
Broad eye.
I don't vote for myself. I pass.
Go ahead, Ellen.
Okay. McKay, I. Now shall we, how about for the secretary?
Oh, we already got Michael.
Okay, that's already definite without,
Yeah, sure. Close enough.
good. That's great, because it's always fun working with you,
Acclamation.
Michael. Okay, then. So according to our agenda, the first thing we should be looking at, well, we're reviewing the agenda and says review capital request. So I guess the first part of the capital request is the letter that Becky has up on the screen. I kind of like the idea personally that not only are we sending out the capital project submission form, but we're also sending out potential future for what do you need in the future, basically, which to me is kind of an important thing, given the fact we have this very detailed whole schedule. But we don't know for sure whether it's valid, because everything changes from year to year and usage to usage. So I think I like this form. It's simple, it's to the point, and it just basically says, here they all are. Now please get them in time. What does everyone else think?
So Ellen,
AJ?
I just want to make
AJ.
sure it's clear. So department heads are going to get this letter,
Yep.
get the actual, what is it, 15, 20 year? I can't remember, 20-year.
Actually, like 45, 50.
Okay, however many years, they'll get that schedule, like that scheduled capital,
Mhm.
long-term capital plan.
Yeah.
So they can review the items that are already populated on that schedule. And
Right.
then they'll get a form that they fill out for any new items that aren't on the long-term forecast, right?
Well, it's probably, well, first of all, they'll get the submission for this year,
Okay, so that,
which is a whole different thing, that the form we've developed over the years.
Right, okay, so okay, got it. So the FY 25 for this year. But
Right.
part of what we're trying to get them to do is carefully look at the existing long-term
Right.
schedule and make sure that reflects the best available information at this point. And that it's as complete as possible. Because I think
Yeah.
this document, I know that from FinCom, there's a desire to have this be as kind of up to date and comprehensive as possible. So that we can have like a good idea in FinCom of what what kind of future year capital costs might look like, or at least the
Oh,
starting.
definitely. I think that's exactly why we're asking for the future potential. And it's not only ones that aren't on the list, it's anything. So even if they are on the list, the approximate year is important.
Yeah.
Because just because we're predicting that it should be year X doesn't mean, in fact, it's going to be year X when we get to year X.
Right.
I mean, we've learned that over the years that we just don't necessarily have them in the year that it's supposed to be. Yes, Bob, I saw your hand.
Yeah, I just want to reinforce what AJ said. And from my standpoint, it's really critical that we get all our applications and our requests in a timely way.
Yeah.
Because we have to plan the budget for this year and what we think we can afford as part of our budget for capital outlays. And we want to plan in following years and prioritize what's the most important, the most crucial things to spend on.
Yeah.
So we need to have all the information, or as complete information as we possibly can, so that we can actually plan the financial side of this in a reasonable way. And so I think it's great that we're asking for a deadline that should be in Becky's mailbox, and that way we'll have plenty of time to think about these things and to talk about it and to evaluate them. So that's a good thing. Hopefully this year will be more successful in that regard.
Well, part of our problem is, like most of our problem in the years, as I recall, tend to be the school. And maybe it's an idea that, around 2 weeks before, to communicate with all the department heads saying, you have 2 more weeks to get it in.
That's a pretty good idea, Ellen. The other thing we could say is if you come in late, let's say, sorry, just go for
No, we can't do that because sometimes they come in late for a reason, as we saw a couple of years ago. I tend to agree with you in principle, but it's not a way to do it.
Well,
if they don't get the estimates of the costs, they're at the mercy of some other entity to give them the cost estimates. And if they don't, I mean, we can't help that, and we shouldn't penalize them for it.
We have, like I say, we have to plan out the budget for the year. So
I know you do.
Can't be doing last minute changes without damaging our,
we've got right.
But I disagree with you on that, because I think that unless it's an extraordinary thing, these things don't tend to be emergencies. They tend to be, but if they are, that's a very different matter on a case by case basis. We can look at that.
How's everyone else feel?
Seems to cover
I think it's good. I was just looking at, I just had one, I'm sorry, I have like slightly random thoughts here, but
It's okay.
just wanted to make sure so it looks like, Becky, you went through the step of making sure that last year's capital expenses got moved to last year's column, right? Because I think there were a couple that were originally projected for a different year and then needed to get bumped up to FY24. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, like the police cruiser was in 23 or 22.
Right.
Didn't get approved that year, so I moved that forward. And
Got
I think when I put in I hadn't started looking at that. How about the capital plan? The letter, AJ, are you okay with the letter? Should I put up
We've got problems with the top of the letter.
Yeah, just date.
You have capital budget request for FY23 dated 21.
Yeah.
I think if you scroll up, isn't that right? Yeah. Wasn't there? Oh, no, maybe not.
I have it here with the seal and all. And it says Town of Shutesbury capital budget request for FY 23. And then it says November.
No, you-
Whatever,
I sent, did I
19,
send?
2021.
I
You know-
sent the old form, that's,
I think if you go, Becky, if you go to view at the top and go to print layout, yeah, right there. And you see on the left-hand side, click print layout instead of draft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
oh, that's where we had a problem, sorry.
Yeah,
I couldn't get that up, thank you, AJ.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, AJ.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that jumped out at me like, oh dear.
See, it wouldn't even show up on my screen. Okay, so we're changing this to the 13th, 23.
Yeah.
And you're changing to FY,
25.
yeah, 25.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Thank you guys for catching, silly me.
Hey, it's easy to do when you use something we've used before and just change certain dates. Easy to do. Well, glad we caught it.
Catching that. So this is ready to go, everybody. Are you going to vote to approve it?
Okay, do I have a motion on it?
Yeah, I'll make a
To
motion.
approve it.
Whoa, 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 one at a time. AJ,
I'll make a motion to approve this letter.
I'll second.
okay, is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Broad eye.
Grove's eye.
Cashew, eye.
McKay, aye. Okay, so that's good. Excellent. So now let's see, the next thing we do is look at, well, the capital project submission report. Yeah, the date has been changed. It hasn't been changed at all from, at least the way I'm looking at it, from previous years. Is there anything else we need for information on this?
I'm sorry, which one are we talking about?
The capital project submission form, the
Okay.
one for this coming for fiscal 25.
Okay. Oh, boy. it's- Sorry, 1 second.
That's okay.
Put it in the wrong thing.
Looks good to me.
Becky can't get the thing up on the screen. Does everyone have it in hand?
I got it.
I don't see that it's changed anything, except I'm looking at something. It says date submitted, then date of last edit. I don't understand that. Oh, here comes. There.
I guess as department heads get new bids in, I could see them updating that, this form to include that information.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what I thought, but I thought I'd ask. Okay.
I have a question under category. There are 5 categories there. Is there
Category.
any value to adding an other category? Like, I'm trying to think about any capital expense that we've approved that wouldn't fit into one of those categories. I guess they're broad enough.
Building equipment, baby grounds, land.
It's speed signs, cameras, software. I don't know
That
if
would be under probably equipment,
yeah.
on a
Well,
guess.
Obviously vehicles.
A category called other.
Yeah, but then we get into a whole, we'd have to put it over next to the building thing, because we don't have space to
There is,
probably do it any other way.
I see, just added.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, that works.
yeah, that works. Except we need it capitalized. Everyone else is capitalized. Good. Yeah,
Okay,
very good. Okay, new, joy.
All right, so I'll make a motion to approve the project submission form for
Okay.
FY 25.
Okay, before we do that, let me ask a question. Should we put down here at the bottom where it says 3 vendor quotes, parentheses, if under a certain amount of money? Because I know that the state bid laws are, what do I want to say, monetarily written so that if it's, you can do 3 quotes if it's a certain amount and under.
I think that amount has gone from 10,000 to 25.
I thought it had, but should we put parentheses if under 25,000 so people know?
Let me ask a question.
Go ahead,
Becky,
Bob.
you can answer this. Don't we want more quotes if it's 50,000? I mean, than one? I mean.
Oh, 3. It says 3 vendor
No, I'm
quotes.
saying that we shouldn't be allowed, don't we want to know that the applicant has looked for a good deal, I mean, on whatever the item is?
See, Ellen, I think she's trying to point out that if it's over 25,000,
Or 50 or whatever. Yeah. See, if it's over, you have to go to the formal bid process. But if it's under, you can go
Oh, I see. I
legally
think
do
Becky
3
just froze
quotes.
up, Ellen. I think Becky just
Huh?
seized up. Becky just seized up.
Oh, yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
Becky's being very still or she's
She's
frozen.
playing statue, one or the other.
Oh, she froze. Because most people, let's face it, don't know what the limits are for any given action or any
Right.
given purchase.
I personally like the idea of having more than one quote because then
Oh, we
have
would.
an idea of what
It says 3 vendor quotes.
I understand.
or
but
the
you're
state
saying make
bid
an
list.
exception for over 25, and I'm saying personally, I like having more than one quote because then we know what the likely
Yeah.
cost would be with more than with one.
Yeah, she went out. She's gonna probably have to come back in. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're not asking for 1 quote. We're asking for 3 if it's under
I-
25,000.
Yes, I understand. I'm just saying you had suggested that we put unless the bid's over 25, and I'm saying
Yeah, because if it's under 25, then you've got to go through the whole formal bid process
right.
down
But
below.
That's the point I'm trying to make here is that if it was say $50,000 item,
Yeah,
it would be good for us to know that they checked out more than one vendor to establish the cost. That's
well,
all.
yeah. So then you would say, I want the formal bid process and I want the town administrator to commence the formal bid process contingent upon funding being secured.
I guess what I would suggest is that we just leave it the way it is because then we're asking for 3 prices.
Okay. I'm just trying to say that
I know I know
that
what you're
won't
saying about
work.
the bid process is a more formal bid
Oh, yes, it is.
for big bucks, for bigger bucks.
Yeah, well, not even big bucks. If it's over 25,000, that's not big bucks.
Well, to me it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're right. I understand. But Becky probably
I'm
has
just
do it on
trying
the
to-
computer.
The reason I wanted to put in was just so people realize that if it's going to be over the 25, then they've got to go the next step down. That's all. It was just for informational purposes for the people who receive this, who probably don't know about the state purchasing rules. And I don't blame them for not knowing it. I knew it once upon a time and have probably forgotten it. Oh, she's not back in yet.
Yeah, to reboot her computer, get it all started up again, probably.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could, I don't know that we've ever had an issue with this. Maybe one of you can tell me if we've ever had a problem with people thinking they could just do 3 vendor quotes and then having to go out to the formal bid. I don't recall.
No, I don't remember that being an issue.
Okay. Oh, here she comes. She's back, coming back. No. There you are. You've got to
you're
turn
muted,
yourself back.
Becky.
There, now you're on.
Did you guys work your way through that question?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave it the way it is.
Okay. Okay,
And you all like that? I mean, we've been using it successfully for the last few years, so.
Yeah, I mean, we can always go back to them and say, you
Yeah.
know, you've got to, or whatever, it's.
Yeah,
much
so the
money.
difference is if, see, I think what happens, so when they're trying to get an estimate for capital planning, they can use the quotes, but if it's, you know, we need to do, I'm sorry, I keep hearing a voice. If we need,
I think you're in a feedback loop, so I'm sorry, Becky.
oh,
yeah, because I'm not hearing anything.
It's sort of here in the background.
how about now? It's okay.
Let go, but I can hear you. I can understand you.
Okay. So what I was trying to say is for capital planning, getting 3 quotes can always be helpful. But then when, you know, so if we have a bigger thing and we have to go out to bid for it, then we go out to bid if they hadn't done a formal bid, because some things require formal bid. So I have to do a formal bid before we actually buy the object.
But for
We
our
can leave it this way.
of this document, we think this is okay. Just the way
Yeah.
that.
Well, then can I have a motion to that extent?
So moved.
Second,
I'll second.
someone? Okay, any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Broad eye,
Grove's eye.
Cashew eye.
KI. Okay, so we've approved that one. Now we go on to the future potential capital requests. This is the planning document for the future. And it looks, yes,
AJ, is it possible for you to post the plan?
Yep. Let's do that.
Just because I don't want to crash again and because I got a new phone and I don't have, it's not going
Oh.
into Zoom.
oh, I was interested in using something called future potential capital requests, but that's just where they ask for, oh, that's good. I can read that.
Is this okay, guys? Or is it?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, where are we?
So this, okay, so the highlighted in yellow is 2025, this current year.
Whoa, okay.
Okay,
The year
so
we're looking at, not the current year. Current year is
the
24.
current year that we're working on.
Right.
Right.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
and Walter had put this 250,000 into 2025. I have a call into Lenny. And it's part of the reason we want to make sure people review the plan to see if he's serious about working on that for this year, and you know, if he's
Right.
gonna propose that to capital plan this year or potentially next year. I don't know what his plans are because, you know, he's newer to everything that's going on.
But one thing you have to do in the description, it says 1997 KME fire truck refurbished, moved to 2025 from 24. But you're moving it from 26 into 26 from 25.
Yeah, because that was last year's note.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to change the note.
All right, I can change that, but I don't want to, I can't
No,
change it.
no, but just so you're aware that you've got, yeah, I don't blame you. Just so you're aware that you've got to move it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll just go through, I made a few changes. I was just trying to clean it up, because the last one we had, what we did for the last couple of years wasn't really confirmed.
Okay, I have a question. You have this John Deere tractor for the highway. It says not working 2025.
Yeah.
What is
Okay, so
not working? Means it's dead or?
Yeah.
It is.
it's dead.
Okay. But we don't need one until next year? Or
I'm-
we should,
I'm not sure how Steve's gonna, I think they're trying to repair it as best they can, but Bob, you want to speak to this?
Yeah, I do want to speak. I've been talking to Steve about that the other day. They borrowed one, or they're leverage letting him use theirs to do their mowing. They have the same size tractor that handles the implements that Shutesbury has. But he's looking for a used one because the deal they had with the mechanic to come in and rebuild it, which
Mhm.
they were very optimistic or hopeful about, except that the mechanic didn't show up. So I don't know if they could find another mechanic that's willing to take the tractor that they have actually is in pretty good condition, other than the fact that the transmission doesn't work. So,
Oh, jeez.
but the hydraulics are messed up, and it's impossible to find anybody to work on stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's been very difficult for both Tim and now Steve to do that. So he's looking for a used one at the moment, and he's still looking for a mechanic that we're going to repair our existing one, because a new one is prohibitively expensive. It's like $130,000+ or something.
Really?
Yeah,
We have 50,000 here for the estimate.
I think the 50,000 was the repair estimate, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
for the used one.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's like right now it's not a panic. The mowing is over for the year anyway.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be using that machine. We're moving into snow time. But there's something it's an issue that has to be addressed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go on down, please. Can
And
we
the
go
other,
down to the elementary school? Can we get it down there? Thank you.
What about police? Do we think there's gonna be a new vehicle request?
I believe she's gonna make a request because the 2016, which is the oldest, is it's been needing work,
Mhm.
and we'll see.
Right.
So what I did there, just to be in sync, so the traditional timing that I use, unless cruisers stick around longer, is I try to separate them by a 7-year margin. I know other towns like Hadley, they get new cruisers every 3 years. We've been okay, trying to make the 7-year model work, and sometimes, like with this 2016, you know, we're on 9 years, so
Yeah.
Mm.
we try to make sure that department heads don't feel like this is all the dates for Christmas when they get new vehicles or new equipment, that it's, like Ellen described earlier, it's a suggested amount that it should be around that time, but
Yep.
it might not be.
All right. Okay. And parking lot pavement and painting and siding on the school. Okay.
And the painting and trim is being worked on. The design for the trim is being worked on right now, because all the finish work that needs to be done is getting detailed, and then they're gonna working towards getting it painted. So they're gonna be coming with the full request for painting, but we gotta get quotes.
Any idea? Any feel about how much it would be?
I'm not sure how much the trim work is gonna come in at. So, no, I really don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I
And of
think
course, go ahead.
no, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. Of course, a
Okay.
regional school is a guess. I mean, you really don't know what's going to happen with that field that they're going to redo or anything else.
Yeah, and we can only use the debt schedule they've given us at this
I know.
point.
I know.
We'll get him in
Every single year.
winter, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick question, Becky. That this 359,000, I'm assuming that's the actual cost, right? 'Cause-
Yes.
Great, okay.
What are we asking about? I don't see, where's 300?
That was.
Uh,
Oh,
last
there.
year's
Yeah,
roof.
I'm sorry. There it is. Yep.
Uh,
final price. So we really did well on the asphalt roof, I think.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the price after, or is that,
After the ARPA money and after the earmark, it looks like.
No,
No.
that's the total price.
Yeah, that's the total
Oh,
price.
oh, okay. Well, that's wonderful.
so 200 of that was earmark, right? And then,
Yeah, that's what it says here.
yeah.
Well,
right.
see,
Oh, I see.
300,000 was ARPA,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then 200 is earmark. So we have money to do the trim work.
Ah,
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so
that is awesome. Yeah, because that totals
Yeah,
500
over.
and this is only 359. So we have 140,000 extra.
Well, we spent 11 so far of the balance.
That's still wonderful.
so we'll probably have somewhere around 130, $140,000.
And potentially we might be able to finish the work, but I don't know because of the trim work. I don't know how large the trim work is going to end up being or costing. Because we
Yeah.
have a lot of rotted wood all around the building that is we need to reduce. But that's very exciting that we have this money towards it already.
That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that it wasn't narrowly awarded just for one project, right? It's basically anything related to the school, or it's even broader than that, right?
Well, it was related to the school roof and repairs.
Yeah, okay. So,
Yeah.
Well, no, it was only infrastructure. I think our only limitation is infrastructure. You're right.
Which is fine. That's what we're doing.
The
Right.
carpentry repairs are integral to the roof job because there was a lot of damage and rot of the eaves and the cornices of the building. And so that's part of the roof job. So I think it's well within the concept of what we were asking for help with. So
I think that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
We're definitely
Okay.
$1 million.
I'm sorry, what?
I said we're definitely under $1 million, and that would have just been a starting number with the state agency.
Yeah.
Businesses building authority.
Oh, let's not talk about them.
So Becky,
Good.
will you provide us with an update on the culvert?
We didn't get paved today. There was hope we would, but paving is scheduled for Wednesday or Thursday. And after it's paved, we're gonna be able to open up the road. Even if the line striping isn't done, they're gonna put down this adhesive line striping so that they can open it following the paving. And because the line striping might be not until the following week.
Sure.
And we want to get that road open so bad.
Yeah,
But
great.
I hope that the temporary line striping isn't as bad as some of the the temporary line striping I've seen on some of the major highways where you really cannot figure out where you're supposed to drive. It's awful.
yeah, well, I think people will be excited to drive on this
Oh,
new
they
road.
will be, I'm sure. The trucks will definitely be excited. That's great.
Yeah.
So can we go down to the bottom so we can see the total?
$382.
Okay. But it really isn't because the 250,
Yeah, you're right.
most of it's going to hopefully come over from the ARPA and the earmark. So
Well,
it may be less than that.
we could say minus 140.
Yeah. So that
So-
takes us down to 240 to 242. That's really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I would recommend, just looking at this with my FinCom hat on, is that we leave this form as is, because what we'll do like a CapEx funding analysis this year where we list out all of the capital projects and then what are all of the different sources of funds that we're gonna, as a FinCom, recommend the town utilize to pay for those. And so will whatever that number from that earmark is that we're going to apply to this
Mhm.
set of projects, we'll make sure that that's listed as one of those.
Yeah.
And
No, you're absolutely correct. But you know, it's just nice for
Yeah.
us to know that in fact it's not really this, because we have this earmark and the ARPA money. That's wonderful. Because that could have been so much worse.
I did forget to mention one thing about the culvert, over the soil that was to be put back
Right.
in under the roadway was so poor, and
Ooh.
saturated and had a high clay content. I think it was clay that, they were very concerned that the road was gonna settle, in a bad way. So we ended up adding, about, I think it was like 300 yards of other, more, stone material to stabilize the road the road bed.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna have an overage. It looks like that I'm gonna have to come to Concom for between $8,000 and $15,000. I don't have a final number. But that's the one hang up I got, but everything else is in good order, I think.
You say you're gonna have to go to Concom? What do you mean by that? Like,
On the Concom reserve, or not Concom, the FinCom reserve,
FinCom?
FinCom
maybe?
reserve.
Okay. Like, oh, if you're welcome to go to Concom if you can get the money from them.
Let's not go there, Bob.
Let's not just mention that.
Okay, that's good. I mean, that's good. It's more suitable material to backfill with for the base.
Right.
Yeah.
About
This-
what's
the
underneath the
thought of
paving.
that- Sorry, Mike?
I said it's
Mike-
all about what's underneath the paving, so
Yeah.
let's get it right, you know, it's
That's wonderful.
I didn't
Thank you,
wanna-
Becky, for all this work on this. We very
The-
much appreciate it.
Has been very, very good. I think considering all that we've had to go through,
Yeah,
the firm has worked hard to keep within their budgets.
that's great. Even with the crazy weather we've had and everything else, that's wonderful. Very good.
I
Okay, is there anything?
I have
sorry.
one suggestion about just the form itself, and I don't
Okay.
think it's critical to make this change now, but just at some point in the future, it's like with these vehicles, you know, like what would be an example? So like this under police, right? This Taurus 2015, right? It's no longer a 2015 Ford Taurus.
Right.
Like a new
Yeah.
vehicle. So I think one way to maybe do the forms differently would be to add a column, which is like current, current
Current
vehicle.
vehicle,
Yeah,
current,
yeah,
replaced with,
yeah,
maybe that's a good title, replaced with, so that you could put plate replaced with 2000, whatever.
right, yeah. And so then, yeah, because it'll get because we've got like a $65,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
price tag
Yeah.
for,
Right, obviously that we're not going to be replacing a 2015 Ford Taurus.
Right,
In 2030.
right.
So yeah. So anyway, that's just
yep, I gotta go back and update that before we.
Yeah. And that would actually be done, be gotten away with anyway when we get enough of the columns disappearing.
Yep. Well, no, I have to change because this column always stays the far left, and I
Oh.
didn't update in the
Oh,
note.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change it then.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that idea, AJ, though, of putting replaced with or whatever, so people know that we're not looking at that one anymore. Good point.
I guess that would apply to the backhoe too, right? That we
Yeah,
did.
any of the equipment, any of the vehicles and equipment, probably.
Backhoe you did actually. You put in a
Yeah,
20.
no, I got the details from.
Yeah, right, yeah. Okay.
So I got that one in. It's
Yeah,
I forgot. I wasn't sure what Kristen's new vehicle is. I think it's
Isn't it an Explorer?
not a
Once you-
RAV4, it's bigger. It's a Highlander, I think.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Yeah, like a Highlander, hybrid, right? Or something like that, yeah.
He ended up not with the hybrid.
Oh, really? Is that right?
They called, they had a service call on those and they were doing so poorly. The hybrids were all in the shop and they recalled 1,000 of them
Well,
just from, you know, that were supposed to go to police departments and they pulled them all back. They're having, I think there was a problem with the electrical system.
oh, great.
And, you know, cruisers need to have all their lights and radios and everything, so.
Interesting.
But we ended up not getting the hybrid and we spent about $4,000 or $5,000 less. Not getting the hybrid, but hopefully someday we'll get one that's been tested and works right.
So
other-
we have, yeah, I was gonna say, do we have anything else to go over except setting a date for our next meeting?
Good to go.
Not tonight.
Okay, then. Then,
So Becky, I assume you haven't, like, as budgets have been coming in from departments, you haven't received any new capital items, otherwise we would have seen it on this form that we're just finished looking at, right?
No, I haven't seen new ones.
Okay, good.
okay, and her deadline for the December 4th. So when are we going to want another meeting?
When do you think we'll have all, you think that we could meet it before Christmas, Ellen, or?
It's up to you all and Becky with a feel for when the numbers come in.
Well, we should have them by the 4th, I hope,
Yeah,
and
right.
let people know
One would
that
hope.
people are trying to get quotes and let us know that it's taking longer on the quotes or
Yeah.
something. But at least they could tell us that they're working on it. We need
Right,
to know what they're doing.
So-
exactly.
FinCom's meeting on December 12th. It might be helpful for us to meet on the 11th. I don't know if Monday's a good day in December, just to have, so I can bring that info to FinCom on December 12th, if that works for folks.
Let me
Bob?
I want to make a point, which is that for me, I'd like to be able to look at the requests and have some time to maybe think about it or review them before we meet, so that I might have something, you know, we might have some response or some questions to ask of the applicant, you know, about to clarify the application. And so maybe 8th and 11th is kind of close together in that respect.
The 8th,
Eighth, what's
Our
the eighth?
FinCom meeting. I
Oh,
believe, right? That's what AJ said, right?
oh no,
The
it's
8th
on
the 8th is the deadline. The 8th is the deadline,
On
right?
the 12th,
No, 4th is the deadline,
Oh, really?
isn't it?
yeah.
Wait a minute.
it's
Yeah,
the-
4th is the
Well,
deadline.
then I wouldn't have, then I changed that. If I can get the stuff, you know, after the deadline, you know, right after the deadline, that give me time to look at it, that'd be great.
Does a week work? Because it'll be from the 4th to the 11th, hopefully, or the,
Yeah, that's a week. That's good, you know.
Mhm. Is that fine by everybody?
That works for me.
Works for me.
AJ?
yep, works for me.
Works for me.
Same
We
time.
don't know about
11th?
Jan.
5:30, is that right?
Yeah.
The 11th,
That's a good time.
all right.
great. I hope then
Very good.
Uh,
And hopefully we'll have everything in by then.
Well, sorry for the delay getting started, guys.
That's okay.
I have a hacked version of Microsoft Word, and I think that was probably my issue. That's you know, it's a free one. You know, it's a free version of Word.
Mm.
So-
Okay,
Right.
if there's nothing, if there's
It
nothing
probably
else, can I
cost
have a motion to adjourn?
So, good night.
No
I'm
more.
Did I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll move, we adjourn.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, just say aye.
I.
Okay, great. Okay, we'll see you all and have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
And you.
Okay,
Bye,
Becky,
everybody.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.